Are you just making enough to get by? There are a lot of practices that are just generating enough income to barely survive, and that's no way to live. So let's look at what we can do about that today. Hello, I'm Janice Wheeler. I'm the president of the Art of Management. We are a Canadian practice management company and have worked with 1,800 practitioners across Canada to achieve the success that they always wanted to have in their practice. And that is our goal and our mission, why we get up every day. Now, one of the things we've noticed is there can be kind of a lethargy or a lack of drive can set in, especially after a bad set of circumstances. Like last year we had COVID, and this year it's sort of on again, off again, and some places are still in lockdown and things like that. And a lot of practices have surpassed pre-COVID billings. Most of our clients are well up. And there's a lot of practices not, but I'm not really just speaking to the ones who aren't up. I just feel that, barely getting by is not a way to live. And I'm sure that isn't what you signed up for when you started a practice or bought a practice. So I thought today we'd talk about the 4 steps that it takes to pull out of that and to get up into having an abundance of income and by delivering awesome service to an abundance of patients. All right, and it doesn't matter what level your practice is up to. If it's doing great, well, let's look at the next level. So let's take these steps and look at it. One of the things I like to make a point about is that if you're just getting by, meaning you make just enough to pay the bills and to take home exactly or slightly less or slightly more than what you need, but not a lot, you as the manager can lose sort of that drive to do better and to go into work every day, because there's nothing in it for you as the manager. You're doing great delivery as the doctor, but there's taking home enough or having enough joy in what you're doing to feel like there's a point to continuing. So on step 1, it's making the decision that the way it's going right now is not satisfactory for you. Or if it's doing very well, go, okay, good. Excellent job getting to this level. Now, what's the next level? So you can take it from either angle. If you're not doing great, take it from the first one. And it's your attitude that has to change. If you think you're as good as you can get, and I've met dentists and chiropractors and veterinarians and optometrists and denturists and chiropodists and physios and so on. I have met these guys and they go, some of them have said to me, oh, my practice is awesome. So we do the free practice analysis anyway, and we find all these areas that could go up to a new level. It's hard to know what those next levels are when you're working inside the forest and you only know the forest and you're in the trees and there's nobody outside of it to say, there's a whole different level you could be at. So the first thing is to realize that there is a whole nother level. You don't have to put up with bare survival, and you don't have to get stuck saying my practice is the best either. It's good to believe in yourself, and it's good not to kill yourself up and say, oh, I'm a terrible leader. I've had people come to me and say that. And honestly, terrible leader is a funny term, because there's no such thing as a perfect leader either. But there are trained leaders, and we have an executive course that we do. It's not that long, it's 2.5 days. And our consultants work with you on helping you take full control of your practice as the leader. And so you come out the other side feeling pretty darn good. Now, so the first thing to change ever is to make the decision that you want to change, that it could be better and that you would like it to go up. Like our clients, when they first came to us, said, okay, I want to change. And they sign up with our program and we work with them for the next year, and their income goes up $100,000 to $300,000 for the year over what they were billing before, because they made that decision to change. Now, that decision to change does mean changing some things and learning some new things and doing things differently, because the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, if you keep on running your practice the same way you always have and with the tools that you now have, you're going to still get the same result. So the way to change is decide, hey, I better get some outside help perhaps. I mean, that's what our clients have done, and I'm pretty jazzed that they saw the light and that it was good to get our experience. We do have 32 years of one-on-one coaching experience with our clients. So step 2 is, once you've made the decision to make the change, that you want to change things up for the next level, whatever that is, what you need to do is to write down all these things that you would like to change. And if you had more income, what would you change in the practice? What equipment would you buy? What maybe decor would you change? Would you buy your own location? What would you do if you were to get this practice running at top notch, full speed ahead, and have the income from that? So make your list, and you can also ask your staff, what do you see that we could do to improve the practice physically, and as far as, things we could do to get more patients in the front door, give them better service so they go out referring more people, and just because you're there to deliver top-notch service, right? So ask your team also, because they might have a little list besides bonuses and raises. A lot of them observe things and see things that could change. And, so that's also a good exercise. And then once you've worked out what you're going to do, and by the way, I do this free practice analysis because it's very in-depth. We look at all 7 divisions of your business, and we have a really good and deep dive into them to find out what could be improved, how inefficient or efficient each area is, and what aspects of the practice would be needing to be improved in order to jack your income up $100,000 to $300,000 for the year. All right. So just so you know, there is a tool available for you, which is me. I'm a great analyzer. I think I've done 6,000 or more of these now over the last 32 years. And I can show you. And there's no charge for it because it's a get to know each other. Anyway, step 3, once you've decided to make the change and what changes you need to make, then you have to sell it to your team, because they have to want the change as well as you. It's not just you. You may find, though, that your team has been waiting for the day when you went, okay, that's it, I'm not happy the way things are going and we're going to make some changes here. But don't be surprised if you have a resistive staff member or 2. So if you're having a staff meeting to announce this change and you've got somebody who's very apathetic and hopeless about it all, and even when you talk to her or him and say, we're going to have a staff meeting and work out the change, and they say nothing can be done about it, say, good, you're not invited to the meeting. Honestly, maybe they'll change their mind about their attitude, but you don't want a downer at your meeting, and it might just inspire the person to change up when they kind of get that tiny little slap in the wrist that was the wrong attitude. Okay, so step 4 is get going on your plan and track it. You need to work out your key statistics, or your key performance indicators, some people call it, but your statistics weekly and monthly, like your billings every week by provider, if you've got more than one provider, and how many new patients came in the front door, how much money was collected for the week and the month, what's the overhead. There's a bunch of statistics we have our clients keep that are very easy. They're always in your computer system, so it's just a matter of accessing them and track them and see when things go better, try and figure out what it is. We actually train our clients very thoroughly on how to manage by stats, and it makes a massive difference in the increases in your practice. But just keep track of this. And I was just looking to see if there was another note on here about that. I just want to say this is a game where everyone wins, because guess what? You're there to service patients. So if you are delivering more and better service to them, they win. If they win, they go out telling other people. They do Google reviews or Facebook reviews, or they go on Facebook and like you and so on. All of these good things happen just by doing what you're there to do, which is deliver awesome service to a lot of people, as many as you humanly can. And you can even cut back your hours a little bit. by getting things more efficiently done in the practice. You can have a few more hours off per week to do something you love to do, or you'll look forward to coming into work more. There's another benefit to doing all of this. You'll be a happier camper, and yes, it is possible to be happier. So, and you want your staff to be happier. So when they have a game and they get into it, the morale goes up. The morale is not by taking them, the stats are down, so you take everybody out to supper to perk them up. False information. Wrong. Never do that. Ever, ever, ever. So what you do is you set goals and you set targets, and when they are accomplished, then you can celebrate. You can't go to a restaurant right now in some parts of Canada, but you can order in for sure and have a nice treat together. So, like work out some prizes and awards and things like that for achieving certain targets being done, and have some fun doing this. If you need some help, you know my name, you know the name of my company. My website is at the end of this, www.amican, AMICAN, like Norman.com. So it's amican.com. And our new website just went up yesterday, so you can have a look at that too. And look at all our testimonials up there. If you want to see whether our clients love us or not, there's well over 100, I think 130 or something, testimonials up there of all different professions, and you can see what each of them have to say, what it was like before, during, and after working with us, and their names and their pictures are there, so you might even know somebody. So have a look at these, and have a look at whether we can help you with this, because we'd love to be part of your team and guide you as the owner of the practice into having the practice of your dreams. So that's my message for today, and so be sure and subscribe to our channel, because I have playlists, and we have our own channel, and give it a like and share it with your friends. Okay, bye for now.
To get your practice analyzed, contact the Art of Management at 416-466-6217.